And today we are going to be reading a couple of things. One is that Sherry writes poems, and they are absolutely beautiful, and they come from the heart. And with what has been going on, we asked her to read this poem out loud to you.
I've been having an emotional time lately, and when I get emotional, I start to write. So this is what I wrote. Through the darkness we march toward the light, a light that eludes us and sometimes teases. We hold space with that light. We let it renew us. We pause. Then we march on. There is more light to find. We find it in unexpected spaces. We march strong, though we may feel weak. We remember the light, and it strengthens us. We keep focus on the goal, peace, offering help where we can, and blessing those who do what we cannot. We march without fear, anger, tears. No! We march through them, in spite of them. The tears do flow, sometimes like a soft spring rain, other times like a storm. We hold our heads up to the sky, to the sun, to the light, to our God in silent prayer. With quiet resolve, we march on. Our march is our prayer. We take a breath, forgive, and forward we continue. Forgive ourselves, others, those who know not what they do, those who act in fear and in rage. This is our march for freedom, for love, for justice, for action, for our precious country. We gain inspiration and joy as we witness the good, the helpers, the smiles, the normalcy found in chaos, the determination to stay peaceful and allow joy to be our shield and weapon against hate. In this civil war, and yes, we are in one, we pause to watch the sun rise and set, to enjoy a meal with family, to work, to play, to resist this hate that wants to poison us. We stop to pray and maybe to cry, but always to smile. Our joy will remain as we crawl through the smog. Our joy awaits on the other side. Knowing this compels us to go on and sustains us. Together, we will rise up, each in our own way, to create our world the way it can be. Love and hate cannot coexist. We must fight for love and against hate. Let us be passionate, protective, vocal, active, and motivated by love. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
And it still brings tears, even after
I'm surprised I got through it without crying this time.
You did well. You did well. And then I would like to read the plaque that I was guided to go back, drive an hour to go back and get. Compassion is the greatest form of love humans have to offer. Let's get loose with compassion. Let's drown in the delicious ambience of love. Try to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. Sometimes it only takes one act of kindness and caring to change a person's life. Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. See the light in each other. Be the light for each other. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Tolerance and compassion are qualities of fearless people. If you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. Remember, you have been criticizing yourself for years, and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself instead and see what happens. When we practice loving kindness and compassion, we are the first ones to profit. Compassion is about giving all the love that you've got. No one has ever become poor by giving. And in this earth, in this soil, in this pure field, let's not plant any seed other than seeds of compassion and love. Give love wherever you can. The world needs more of that. And at the end of the day, loving compassion will win. And I would like to share just a little story with all the stuff that is going on. I went into this store, and the individual behind the counter never gives me any eye contact. And this week I went over at we were at the cashier, and I just looked up and I said, I apologize for our government. And he looked up and he looked at me, and I said, what is happening isn't right. And he says, oh, no, that's okay. And I said, no, it's not okay. I said, you matter. I matter. And it was the first time that he actually made eye contact and actually smiled, and we had a conversation. And I thought, this man is living in fear. I was living in fear because I've got neighbors that don't particularly like me. And we're all in danger. It's in our backyard. It's in our front door. And we never respond until it responds to us. And so, show compassion. Because this is not about politics. This is about humanity.
Yes. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat, Republican. We all agree that this is not the world we want to be living in right now.
But here we are. And there's going to be lessons for each and every one of us. And we're going to get through this. We are going to get through this. We're going to be optimistically optimistic.
Yeah, absolutely. That was in a video we just recently dropped. And for the peace and prosperity of the whole human race, we shall be relentlessly optimistic. Yeah. So thank you for watching, and be good.
Be kind.
Be gentle.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And please share.
Please share.
Absolutely.
Give us your comments, your questions. We'd love to talk to you.
Absolutely.
For Alex Jeffrey Preddy, murdered by ICE, January 24th, 2026. Written by Amanda Gorman. We wake with no words, just woe and wound. Our own country shooting us in the back is just brutality. It's jarring betrayal, not enforcement, but execution. A message: love your people and you will die. Yet, our greatest threat isn't the outsiders among us, but those among us who never look within. Fear not those without papers, but those without conscience. Know that to care intensively, united, is to carry both pain, dark horror for today, and a profound, daring hope for tomorrow. We can feel we have nothing to give and still beloved this world, waiting, trembling to change. If we cannot find words, may we find the will. If we ever lose hope, may we never lose our humanity. The only undying thing is mercy, the courage to open ourselves like doors, hug our neighbor, and save one more bright, impossible life.